What is going on, everyone? Matthew97657 here, and today we are back with yet another figure unboxing and review. And as the title and thumbnail suggests, it's going to be the X Plus DefoReal Evangelion models Unit 02 Beast G Mode version. So with that being said, nothing more to it than to get right on into it. And alas, we do have our very tall box. It's a lot taller than I'd expect. Usually we get a lot of horizontally preferred sized boxes, but hey, I guess with the way the figure stands, this one's more in terms of the vertical angle. So we're gonna go ahead and take out the little case box, if you will, and then get this puppy out of here. No, this one's just in there. Well, it looks like I'm just gonna have to brute force it. Don't really care for these case boxes. I know some people do, but I'm trying to get through this darn box, and I can see the packaging within there. It's just, dang, they really just sealed this one tight. There it is. All right, here we go. Ta-da! This is the box for the X Plus DefoReal Unit 02. This is the Shonen Rick version. Pretty huge. That's the way I rock with these X Plus figures. Obviously, as you can see, Godzilla versus Evangelion, and pretty much what we said in the beginning, the Unit 02 G Awakening version, Shonen Rick sticker. And yeah, that's the front of the box. The other sides of the box are all kind of just cardboard, nothing too insane. But yeah, so that is the front of the box. And I think we might be done with the knife, but I'll keep it out just in case. We have our manual here, and let us bring out the figure within its protective plastic packaging there. We do have our manual, which we will get out of the way first. All right, it's pretty standard, I'd like to imagine. We'll go at the same time. So yeah, pretty standard, the battery box. Try not to damage the cord. It looks like there's a stand included, and then where the cord will connect, it looks like on the back right portion of the figure. So let's go ahead and cut the last remaining bits of tape holding the protective plastic together. Thank you, plastic. You've done your job. And let us bring out the figure. So while I set this down here, hopefully it can stand on its own. I did see it has a stand with it. So it looks like, dang, it's been a while since we got an X Plus. So here's our little stand. I'm not really sure how, the most ideal way is. I'm sure just this bottom pelvis piece. I'm just gonna put it right there. And then while you guys are getting a good look at it, I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this. Here is the battery box in its own exclusive little name tag. Probably says what the box says. So yeah, very cool. We got the manual. I should be pretty straightforward with what is required of that manual. I also do have a bag of batteries, just in case. Batteries. So yeah, let us do a little bit more of a close-up and actual assessment of the paint job and the sculpt. And just off the rip, I absolutely love the Godzilla Evangelion crossovers. I've always been a fan of them, especially when the first one came out. I believe it was the 30 centimeter G Awakening of the Unit 01, or the Berserk mode, and I definitely wanted that, but it's a pretty pricey figure, and they did do a re-release of it, or a recolor of it, slight variation, but it's just so darn big. It's such a big figure, and so that's where the DefoReals step into place. Obviously a lot of cool things happening here, and what I love obviously about the DefoReals is the size of the figure. Probably nothing more than 8 inches, if that. I think it's probably the way this one's standing, I would say maybe around that's anywhere from 6 to 8. But not clunky, not taking up a lot of space. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I have larger size X Plus figures, but the DefoReals definitely come in clutch when it comes to these type of figures where you're like, damn, that's so cool. Like, I just want some variation version of this design. Because outside of this design, I think X Plus made one where this Berserk Awakening Unit 02 Godzilla, I think they did a 25 or 30 centimeter, but it's standing on, it's a quadrupedal version of this figure or this design. So obviously we got the bipedal version here with the DefoReal, but it's awesome. And as I've been kind of just talking, I guess we'll kind of and talk about the figure. So first off, this sculpt is just super cool. Love the pose. Obviously the like fat head and then kind of small body, not small body, but obviously exaggerated. Dang, I need to stop saying obviously. There's definitely an exaggerated head, size difference from the body. But just the sculpt itself, I mean, look at that. You got the tongue in there. You got 2 sets of teeth on the top jaw, and then none in the lower jaw, but you can just see the top jaw there. The tongue is painted excellent. The eyes, and the nice neon eyes here. We got the double eyes here. As you can see, just the mix. But the pose that they went for with this one is just so cool. Kind of has the shin arm set where it's kind of like the curled arms like that. And then moving on, we can kind of see a little bit of the paint job in terms of the dorsal plates, and absolutely love this color, kind of like that orange yellow, kind of what you expect out of like a Millennium Godzilla from the Millennium film or versus Megaguirus. So very nice paint job, and obviously, and as you can see, we do have some of the designs from the 02 unit of Eva. I don't remember exactly what these little prongs were for. Maybe I think that was like the release, right, to go Berserk, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I've seen Eva, especially like the rebuilds and stuff. But super cool. Love it so much. Just the design of it, so cool. And you know, seeing the unit 02 and the like mix with Godzilla is just awesome. Such a cool concept and crossover. I will eat it up any day of the week. But that's pretty much the figure itself. We did get the Shonen Rick version, so we do have a light up feature. So let's go ahead and see 2 AA batteries, as simple as just putting them in to their designed area. And so they were saying that the piece comes out on this back area. I'm trying to figure it out. Usually you can kind of see where it's at, but I actually don't see it off the rip. And I was like, oh, I don't need the manual. All right, we're getting the manual. But yeah, so far, I mean, let me know what you guys think. I absolutely love it. As soon as they revealed it, I was like, yep, gotta have it. Just like the first one, just because, I mean, they don't make this design anywhere else, really. Oh my gosh, that was loud. So it looks like it is this red this red plate piece, but I'm kind of struggling. Oh, or is it this? I see it. It's right in here. Right in there. I was looking in the wrong area, but you just want to get your nail in there just very gently and just kind of like take it out. And so, as you can see, there is the connection. There is the connection. So now we're set. I think just the neon the neon eyes will light up. So let's go ahead and see. I do have, you know, my standard light, my recording light, so it's probably not going to stand out too much. I'm just going to hold it. So it might not stand out too much, but hey, it's worth a shot, right? So let's go ahead and close this up. Let's close this up. There we are. All right, here we go, friends, in 3, 2, 1. There it is. So yeah, it's just that light piece of the eyes. I'm not seeing any other light effect throughout the figure, but it looks like it's just that. But hey, it looks pretty cool. It's definitely, it looks a little yellowish on my camera just because I think there's so many lights happening, but it's more of like a neon green, which, you know, resonates a little bit more with the actual coloration of the eye. But it's cool, very cool. Not too much of light coming out elsewhere. I think it could have been cool if these were white, but maybe that would have been too much of like a similar thing, because these are the ones that should be glowing and this is more natural. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But hey, I'm not complaining by any means. The function is what you pretty much pay for, right, on the website. Speaking a little bit too much, sorry, I'm just so excited about this one. But there it is, Shonen Rick exclusive, light up of the eyes. Turn that puppy off just to see a little bit of a difference. All right, and so we're gonna go ahead and secondarily conclude with our comparisons. So this is the DefoReal Berserk EVA Unit 01, and then we do have the 02 as well. So the 01 is definitely a lot bulkier compared to the 02. I will say, and I was gonna say I would have thought the 02 is standing a lot taller than the 01 in terms of height, but I would say that the difference in height isn't that extreme. Like as you can see here, this is where the 02 ends, and then this is where the 01 ends. So it's like not that difference in terms of height. So definitely a smaller shelf sized figure. Sorry, I am just going through it today, but definitely so cool. These will look absolutely amazing next to one another, with being the Godzilla vs. Evangelion crossover. It's definitely a like double thumbs up for me. I think they'll probably stop with these two. I don't think they'll make a Unit 0, but who knows? They did make a Kiryu colored version, but I don't think they ever gave the Unit 0 its own specific like Berserk design. But with that, let us do one last comparison with the Ricks. As you can see, ta-da! All right. So on this one, we're gonna get a little bit more of a light up feature within the eyes and the orb in the center, and on this one, we're gonna get the light in the eyes. So here we go. Ta-da! So cool. Very, very fun. But yeah, I mean, that's really about to conclude it. I was going to do a comparison with these Bandai Movie Monster series, but I mean, realistically, I wouldn't really call it a fair comparison. Yeah, it's based off Unit 02, but it's kind of, X Plus to Bandai on a design that's inspired by a design. So I was going to do it, and I was like, you know what, it just doesn't really fit the video, so please don't flame me on that. But yeah, these are so darn cool. I hope they end up making more of these kind of like theme design crossovers with Evangelion, Godzilla, ever since they started with the first one. I guess technically if we were to get anything else, we would probably get the Shin Ghidorah, which they pretty much already got rid of, through that pachinko machine that they've had for a couple of years. They used the Shin Ghidorah design, and then they gave up on it. They went to the Kaiser Ghidorah design, which was kind of like, okay. But very cool nonetheless. So darn cool. These will just look so nice to complement one another on my shelf there. So yeah, I think that's going to go ahead and conclude it. Sorry, I was kind of everywhere on this one, just because I guess I was so excited. I'm not really sure, but hopefully you bared with me, and hopefully I gave enough of a fair review in terms of reviewing this one. Let me know what you guys think. I am personally a very big fan of the crossovers, if I haven't already said it, but I definitely do enjoy it. Hopefully they do make more. I'm not really expecting them to, but if you're a fan of Godzilla and Evangelion, and you would like something that's a little bit out of the ordinary, not something too traditional, and it's a little bit of a price tag, not too much though, because it's a DefoReal X Plus, but you definitely get your bang for your buck. You don't ever have to get the Rick like I do. The basic version of the figure will do everything you want satisfied, unless you really do want the light up eyes. But the base general release of either of these figures will get the job done. So with that being said, As always, let me know what you guys think of these two and Godzilla vs. Evangelion crossover. And I'll see you guys with the next video. See ya!